Mzansi, and welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Palisa Dembe, and the weekend is finally here. We've got an exclusive performance and interview from Craig Lucas to find out about the amazing work that he's doing in the community.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily.
Add a twist challenge!
Add a twist to everyday meals.
As far as favorite foods and combinations are concerned, we all have our go-tos. Whether it's our favorite tomato sauce on a buri roll or sampan beans with hot and spicy chakalaka, Tiger Brands has got something for everyone and more. Aside from bringing us South Africans' favorite products, they've created an Add a Twist campaign, giving our magical Mzansi meals a complete shake-up. Did we mention that you can also stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand every day? Now to tell us more, joining us by Old Gold and Mrs. Ball's brand manager, Mpumi Matlare. Welcome to the loft, Mpumi.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here.
No, when you bring something as magical as this campaign, I just get so excited. So when I just go back to the idea of this campaign, Tiger Brands is a South African favorite, basically found in every household.
Yeah.
What is it about the brand that keeps South Africans coming back?
Well, we have South Africa's favorite brands because we've had, we have Koo, we've got All Gold, we've got Mrs. Balls. I mean, these are brands that have been around for over 100 years. So that's 100 years of the best quality, making sure that we give you that delicious flavor. So because, South Africans, we like food. We like to celebrate with food. So we make sure that every single time you pick us, you pick the best.
Absolutely. I'm loving that.
Yeah.
The sound of it so much so that you've decided to level up on the meals and you've added an Add a Twist. So what's this campaign all about?
Okay, cool. So it's really exciting. I actually wish I could enter. Unfortunately, I can't. But so the Add a Twist campaign really came from us trying to understand how we can help South Africans make their lives easier. How do we, get them to still have the value that comes from our brands without, breaking the bank. So we came up with the Add a Twist campaign. So basically, it is the opportunity for people to buy our products and they get to win 10,000 Rand every single day, which is super exciting. So we made sure that we've got all kinds of recipes that we can talk to people who love to cook like me. I love cooking. But there's some people who aren't really, don't really know their way around the kitchen, but everybody loves good food.
Yeah.
So we made sure that we've got recipes that talk to everybody.
I love that. So how then do you add a twist in your own kitchen?
Okay, cool. So as much as I love to cook, I'm the let's sauce it up and put it in the oven kind of girl, right? So my family is like big into cooking. We always do massive Sunday lunches. My dad loves to cook. My uncle loves to cook. So we're always coming together over food, and they would always find like classic ways to add a little bit something different to our classic everyday meals. So that's where I kind of got it from. They've always been quite adventurous in the kitchen. So right now, my favorite thing to make is a toasted cheese sandwich with Mrs. Ball's chakalaka chutney. Oh my goodness. Listen, Bali, you have to try it.
No, listen, I'm right there with you.
You have to do it after this.
Is that an invite to your kitchen?
That's an invitation. That's where we're going. We're going to have this. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to explain it.
As much as we are all salivating, wanting to try up and adding our own twist to our meals, Ekaya, for you, when it came to this campaign and just putting it together, what surprised you the most through the process?
So I think when we're looking at all of the different recipes and how we can make sure that they're easy, they don't have too many ingredients, etc. The funny thing about adding a twist is that it literally can just be one thing. It's something so small and simple like taking Benny seasoning and putting it on your popcorn. Honestly, game changer. So it's really great to know that really good food doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can add a twist with your favorite quality brands by just adding a twist with something small.
I'm loving your energy. I'm loving what you're bringing to South Africans, because not only are we supporting our favorites, but you guys are showing us yet again that you're nothing but the best, simply the best. Thank you so much, Mpumi.
Thank you for having me.
As if delicious foods and creative recipes wasn't already enough, Add a Twist is giving you at home a chance to win big. To enter, simply buy any 4 participating products, dial *120 *1039# or WhatsApp 066 412 2275 and follow the prompts. 10,000 Rand is being given away daily, so enter now to secure your chance to be a winner. Remember to keep your till slip as proof of purchase. T's and C's apply.
Cross and black whales.
Snap, black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaka.
And the Twist Challenge.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
Coming up, we're putting a twist on a salad, showing you our corn and bacon salad recipe.
Express yourself.
Lebohang Masango is a PhD candidate and holds a Master of Arts degree in social anthropology. She's a writer, a poet, anthropologist, and a UNICEF Volunteer Program Ambassador. She's an award-winning author for the children's book Mpumi's Magic Beads, which is available in all 11 of South Africa's official languages. The book has been awarded the 2018 South African Independent Publishers Award for children's books, and of course the 2019 South African Literary Award for children's literature. We're also being joined on the carpet by the gorgeous young ladies, Elena, Sienna, and Kalia. Welcome to the loft, guys.
Thank you.
You are now officially a published author and you've signed a publishing deal. So how has that transition been from being a self-published author and now having representation?
Yeah, it's so wonderful to be back. It's been a wonderful journey. The thing with self-publishing, it's wonderful because you have your independence and you are able to make all the decisions that you need to do for the book. But with publishing and getting a mainstream publisher, you're able to have more resources, you can do more. So since then, the book has been translated translated into 11 official languages. As you mentioned at the start, I've published another book with Professor Claudine Storbeck called Mpumi and Jabu's Magical Day, and I just came out with another book with Dr. Judy Dlamini called Grow to be Great, Awesome African Achievers. So it really has been a fantastic journey.
So you also mentioned that in the beginning of November, on the 13th, you also walked away with yet another award. Do you want to share what that was?
Yes, so Mpumi's Magic Beads won the 2020 Pendoring Gold Award for publication design, whole publication. So the Pandorings have been around for 25 years. They basically celebrate excellence of advertising in all our official languages. And they quite recently admitted books into all of the wonder, you know. So now to have a book that's won an advertising award is really, really cool.
So how has the response been from the parents of these children when it comes to them appreciating the indigenous languages and within that in literature?
Yeah, it's been such wonderful feedback. There are wonderful stories of how parents are receiving this news because, you know, parents always want to be able to not only teach their children English, but to teach their children in their own indigenous languages and to make sure that they know them. Because I think the thing about our language is that you're able to access a different part of your personhood when you speak your own language amongst the other languages you'll learn along the way. So parents really have appreciated it, even though not all the languages actually sell as much as English or as much as Afrikaans and Zulu. I think it's still important that a child who is learning Siswati can still pick up my book and learn their language. So it's going really good.
I also want to touch base with just the content of the books. Mpumi's Magic Beads celebrates African hair, and you know, there's been some controversy, specifically in media, when it does come to this conversation. So specifically the positive feedback and messages that you've been getting praising the hair.
Yeah, parents have been really excited because the book does feature, you know, girls with their own hair, the magic of it, the magic of celebrating the city. So it's been well received. I think my favorite story is when a 4-year-old went to school with beads in her hair. The school didn't allow it, but the mother was able to show them the book, speak to them about the importance of also having representation when it comes to how we wear our hair and all our beautiful different hairstyles. And they were able to actually change the school hair policy to include beads. So that is my favorite thing that's come out of having this little story.
And I'd just love to see a sneak peek as to what a Lebohang reading session looks like. So that's why we've got our beautiful young ladies here. So ladies, are you ready to listen? Yeah. Absolutely. Lebu, take it away.
Definitely. So I'm going to be reading Mpumi's Magic Beads, which is a story about 3 girls in Joburg. The friends just can't believe it. What an amazing, awesome surprise. They explore the zoo, count their favorite animals, and run around with the biggest of smiles. How did it happen? Asks Tiamo. Asante really has no idea. Auntie Tejo says my hair is special, Mpumi offers, so maybe that's what brought us here. Asante rubs her chin and thinks, there's only one good way to find out. Ever seen the moon and stars up close? She winks. Oh, I wish us into outer space, Mpumi shouts. So the beads jingle and jangle and sparkle, and the girls all giggle with glee. The next thing you know, they zoom into the air and they fly up into the clouds up above the city. The planetarium is very dark. The girls' eyes are as big as plates. Above, a black sky twinkles with many, many stars. From their seats, they stare deep into space. There's the solar system, Tiamo whispers. The planets go around the sun. And the one we live on is called Earth, adds Mpumi. It's full of life, a home for everyone. So that ends today's reading. Thank you.
I mean, the way in which you've written that is so poetic and very melodic, and the description of the city of Joburg is just so extraordinary, like I have not heard before. But I'm also excited about the sequel of your book. You've mentioned that you've co-authored it with Dr. Claudia. So tell me all about it. I believe it is Mpumi and Jabu's Magical Day.
Yes, certainly. So Mpumi and Jabu's Magical Day follows the adventure of these 3 girls, but now they meet a new friend. His name is Jabu, and he's actually naturally deaf. And so because Professor Claudine Stolbeck is the director for the Wits Center of Deaf Studies, we came together because a lot of the time, the literature that is for deaf children and for hearing children is a bit segregated. You don't see them in each other's stories much. And so we wanted to have them come together to also show children that, you know, it's easy to make friends. It's just a matter of learning to communicate.
Well, Lebohang, thank you so much. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to having you come back and do another reading session for book number 2.
I'd love that. Thank you.
Now, South Africa, please do head over on our social media platforms. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments and let us know if you'll be picking up one of Lebohang's books.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily.
And the Twist Challenge!
Add a twist to everyday meals.
When we think of timeless brands and products that have been a part of our lives for years, few come to mind quicker than the iconic Koo and Mrs. Ball's chutney, which happens to merge as we put these two legends together, becomes nothing less than just magic. Now, our corn and bacon salad is a meal fit for royalty and can be made in a matter of minutes. Perfect as a side dish, lunch, or a standalone hero, this salad will be the twist, not only as delicious, but also a great way to get the kids eating veggies too. So please watch closely as we show you exactly how. Chef Roo, this sounds delicious. I mean, so many mothers at home right now are like, yes, this is a way to get the little ones to eat veggies.
That is so true. I mean, you could eat a whole bowl of this. I must say, it's that good.
Yep.
So right now, I'm just crisping up our bacon. I just want to make sure that it's nice and crisp before I add our garlic, some paprika, and of course, the Koo corn.
Stunning. So essentially, the ingredients here that are needed are quite minimal. We're essentially just looking at 4 steps. Your aromatics, the things that are going to add the flavor, and then the bacon, which is your protein, and then the corn.
Yes. We're also going to wrap it all up with some Mrs. Ball's peach chutney before we add our vegetables, of course, the fresh ingredients.
Which are?
Which are the cucumber, tomatoes, we've got some red onion. I see you chopping up some avocado there.
I'm from Durban. I love myself some avocado. I can basically have avocado in almost any meal.
Right. I'm just adding some smoked paprika, which is another smoky addition to our salad, just to keep it going with the smoky flavors. And in goes some garlic as well.
Nice. So how long essentially does this recipe from start to finish take?
I would say it's maybe less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Really, really quick. There's no excuses for not making it.
Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to put in my fresh ingredients here. I'm going to put some cucumber that's already been diced, that I also have put in the bowl, some avocado. So I'm going to put all of that in there.
Really, really nice and vibrant green. All the colors coming through.
It's summer indeed, so you know we're coming through here with the color and the flavor. Some tomatoes.
Just added some Mrs. Ball's chutney. We've got peach here, but you can add a different one. There's a nice jalapeno one as well that really, really picks a punch when you add it in there.
So there are different flavors?
Yes.
Okay, I love that. I've got my fresh ingredients whipped up here, ready for the star, essentially, at the end of the day.
So this is the star. We've got our corn and bacon and that chutney going. I'm just going to pour that in.
Okay, stunning. Let me help you. I think I've got a bigger spoon.
Thank you.
Let me give you that support. There we go. Thank you so much. That's good.
Okay.
We mix this all up together.
That is looking so nice.
For me, I'm all about quantity. Yabo, we can't overpower. We have to have equal parts of everything. That's why I was like, whoa. I think we're good to go here. And then I just serve it up as a side. So this, for me, makes a perfect side, or I can have it as a main meal, or an on-the-go snack.
I dare you to finish that whole bowl.
Definitely filling and something that we can enjoy with the entire family. And are these some chives that you've got for me?
Yes, those are some chives, just some nice garnish on top, and voila, we've got our salad.
I love that. Now, to get your hands on this mouth-watering recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. But if you've missed any of the steps, here's a quick recap. typically has a few defining moments, but the past 8 months have contained so many world-changing, paradigm-shifting developments that it's hard to believe it's still not over. 2020 changed everything except my skincare routine. So today we're going down memory lane and sharing my best moments with AfriDerm, premium skincare for dark skin. A getaway to me means an opportunity to step out of the studio and into myself. I love to just take some me time and reconnect not only with Mother Nature, but with my soul. This is the AfriDerm Bubble Mask Oxygen Glow, and essentially it boosts your radiance, evens out your skin tone, taking our girls' trip to that golden standard.
Talk about golden girls, girl, I need me some of that.
Me time means an opportunity to look deep into myself and replenish my stock. I'm talking relaxation and rejuvenation. I'm on the set of the Africa Is Now online magazine shoot. Today they're shooting an editorial which combines skincare design specifically for dark skin tones with high fashion design. So Michelle, before you start working on this gorgeous canvas, what steps do you take to prep the skin?
I start with preparing the skin. So I grab my micellar water and I make sure that I refresh the skin, all the skin that's going to be seen. Once you've ascertained where the dry areas are, I pull out the serums, the deep hydrating moisturizers. I don't hold back when it comes to moisture.
Now this AfriDerm Day Cream has an SPF of 15 and essentially, girl, 3 words. Moisture Intensive Perfection. Perfection.
Well, girl, we can't keep this to ourselves. We definitely have to share it with the girls.
Okay, bring the plums. Let's share this with the girls. Dessert! Let's get right into those do's and don'ts. What are some to keep in mind, especially when you think of your skin tone?
So what I love on your skin is look at that beautiful nude. Those are the nude tones, and I don't know if a lot of people know, but next year, the Pantone color for the year are nudes. So for example, look how those colors pop on your beautiful warm skin tone and compare it to mine.
Yeah.
Can you see? Because your canvas is darker and richer, the colors pop.
So if you were to reverse and give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Run away from products that bleach your skin. For me, when I started using makeup, I got breakouts, I got pimples, I got everything that you don't want as a young person. I went for products that were gonna take that away, but they ended up changing my skin tone, changing my skin color, and ending bleaching my skin. So I would definitely tell the younger me, you're beautiful as you are.
So ladies, here's to taking up space and making sure that melanin stays popping.
You're beautiful. Love the shade of your skin. An all-in-one solution for beautiful skin.
Fridays are always the perfect time to tuck into some fish and chips. We'll be showing you our delicious recipe served with tartar sauce coming up. Craig Lucas is no stranger to our loft here at Afternoon Express, and we love having him back each time. Now today he'll be chatting to us about his role as the Justice Deck Global Goodwill Ambassador and the amazing work that they're doing for those in need, and of course that need the attention and help. Craig Lucas, every time I feel like I see you, you are making your mark. You are doing incredible work for those that are voiceless, essentially. So welcome back to Afternoon Express.
Thank you for having me all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's catch up with your latest collaboration with the Justice Deck. I mean, as a Goodwill Ambassador, number one, what does that mean to you, and what work essentially do you do?
So initially when the Justice Desk approached me, I didn't really know what they did. And, we get a lot of requests as celebrities to do charity work and all those things. And out of the first meeting, the thing that stood out for me was that they said they're not necessarily a charity, but they're more a human rights organization, trying to just empower everyday citizens in South Africa, one, to be an everyday activist, but to know their rights, to know their responsibilities, because, I think the change is going to start with us.
Absolutely.
So as a Goodwill Ambassador, I try and raise awareness. I take part in fundraising, obviously, and then I just also got really hands-on in some of the projects. The projects are incredible. Two of the projects are, one, the Umbokoto Girls Club, right, which takes girl rape survivors, and it teaches them self-defense, so they learn boxing. It focuses on improving their mental health, and then also just forming a bit of a sisterhood, between the girls. And the other one is Ntsika Itembo, which is a boys' club, and these are all girls and boys from Nyanga. Okay. And it teaches them about their mental health. It teaches them about how to transform their masculinity. Masculinity can be quite toxic, into something positive. Wow. And it's also focused on outdoor education, and you literally see the change in these kids within the first 2 or 3 weeks. So they're doing actual work, they're making a difference, and these kids are going back into Nyanga and then going to empower their communities, they're giving them the power.
Because it is essentially is infectious.
Absolutely.
Once you do good, you want to see your neighbor do well,
Exactly.
and you want that energy and that positivity to spread through the fiber of our communities. Yeah. Now, Craig, another thing for me that's so remarkable is that not only have you paid so much attention to the education and awareness around the topics and the initiatives that JD essentially holds and runs, but you then got your mom on board. It is a family affair. The apple does not fall far from the tree. So number one, what does mommy mean to you, especially as we exit 16 days of activism, La Mzansi?
It's actually the other way around. I think it's because it's because my mom, she's always been an active part of the community. I come from Elsies River. I think it's something I learned from her, and it's why I then got involved with the Justice Desk. But she does things on her own. So she's got a soup kitchen thing happening in the Elsies River, where she makes food and provides food, but also provides food supplies to other soup kitchens. Because often we are so focused on the area we live in that we forget that just around the corner next door there are people that also need the same things. So she's incredibly important to me. I learn from her, and I do this to make her proud.
Wow. And how does it make you feel being able to have the privilege of having your mom cameo in one of your music videos? I do believe that she did make a young appearance.
She did. It was such a special moment.
Yeah.
My mom was very special to me, and so we surprised her. We drove her out, didn't really tell her what it was for, but just said she's got to dress really nicely. I actually catch her watching it all the time and showing it to other people. Something I'm very proud of. She's been a part of my musical journey from the beginning. From when I was on The Voice, she came to every show. She supported me and backed me. She still comes to every concert now. She'll go to Mossel Bay, she'll drive to Plit. If I've got a show, my mom is there, guaranteed, no matter what.
I do love a good Christian in every single mother. So when it comes to, not only being able to see your mom and work with your mom daily and work with people at the Justice Desk, how important is community and collaboration? Because as much as you say, you can't do it on your own, we all need to be able to strengthen each other through every form and phase of our lives. So when you go out into communities, is that essentially what you want to see? People coming together, working together, and essentially building that Ubuntu village that we speak about?
Absolutely. I think change is only going to happen if we started with ourselves first, and then with our neighbor and with the person closest to us. I've found that the biggest agents of change in communities have been people from the communities, have been organizations from those communities. And it's because people love, you love where you grew up, you love the people around you, and you want to see everyone do better. And I mean, growing up in Elsies River, as a musician, I can tell you that there are incredibly talented singers, kids there that might not even get opportunities. And so it's my job then to be you know what, I've got to now go back there and empower them. And I think that's how it's a ripple effect. And what they'll do is they'll do the same thing.
They'll pass on that goodwill and that good act. So I want to find out about the latest initiative that you've got up your sleeve. It's kind of exciting. Ladies, listen up. So what are you doing specifically right now in this moment? I believe that this is all coming to an end tomorrow. So please let our viewers know what you've got up your sleeve when it comes to the Justice Desk and the initiative you're running.
So we're having a winner date competition with the Justice Desk, and it's open to ladies and gentlemen. So it's 100 Rand to enter into a raffle, and you essentially get to go on a bit of a date with me, but it's really fun. We're going to go for a massage. We're going to go for like a really nice dinner, and they'll get picked up, have like a photo shoot session happen.
The full star-studded moment.
All of it. I'm excited because I'm getting to go for the massage and go for the dinner. So.
Absolutely. And also you get to connect with a fan of yours who wants to also make change.
Yeah.
So I can just only imagine the incredible conversations you're going to be having at that dinner table. Now, this is a competition, so whoever wins the winner dates with Craig Lucas will be announced tomorrow. Yeah. But if those who are booed up and might not essentially have the opportunity and time to sit down with you, how else can they get involved in the initiative?
So we're launching a really cool thing soon, which is this T-shirt, which is a collab between the Justice Desk and I. They're not available yet, but we hope to have them on sale early next year. So I think keep a lookout. It's got my tattoo on there. So yeah, I think keep a lookout. I'm very excited about these T-shirts.
A personal touch from Mr. Craig Lucas himself. But I cannot have you leave us without enticing our viewers to enter the competition. So I'm going to ask you to do something tricky right now.
Okay.
Now, Craig, for the guys and girls out there who do want an opportunity to spend some quality time with you, please stand up for me. Look directly into that camera and entice all of our viewers for 20 seconds alone as to why they should enter.
So please enter the competition. It's for an incredibly good cause. We're going to have a great time. Like I said, we're going to get a massage. We're going to have some food. We'll see where the evening goes from there. So you don't want to miss out. Only $100. So get entering.
I love that. All for a worthy cause. Thank you so much, Craig Lucas. I'm looking forward to your performance now towards the end of the show. You've got a very powerful performance and you've got so much more music up your sleeve. So all the best when it comes to the festive season and heading into 2021. May it be strong and may you truly make that impact you so desperately deserve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, South Africa, please do head over to our social media platforms. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express and let us know, are you going to be entering to win a date with Craig Lucas?
Do you experience symptoms such as bloating, nausea, cramps, and eczema after consuming dairy? You could be lactose intolerant. Be free, lactose-free with the milk, mass, and dairy snack from Nolac.
Made with love by Clover.
A good fish and chip takeout on a Friday night is always a good idea. But what if you can make an even better version at home? Well, we've got the recipe to plug you with. Our crispy fish and chips served with Clover Nolac tartar sauce. You'll not look back again. Chef Roo, I'm excited about this.
Right, I'm all for creating my favorite takeouts at home.
I know, it saves on the pocket, and also you can add whichever flavors you prefer. That's what I'm all about, personalizing your food.
Exactly. So to start us off, we've got some flour and salt and pepper. That's what we're going to use just to dip our fish fillets. We're using hake, which is really easy to use. So I'll just start us off with that.
Delicious.
And you are making a tartar sauce to go with our fish and chips.
Okay.
So you can also get started with that.
So what goes into a tartar sauce? And for some of our viewers who might not be familiar with seafood and how best to enjoy it, what's the best way to whip up a tartar sauce that's quick, easy, and that most people in Mzansi can help with?
So a tartar sauce, you're going to use some mayo, you're going to use some herbs, which you've got dill there. You've also got some gherkins, which are my favorite. So that's basically what a tartar sauce is. The nice thing is we're also adding a creamy element, which is our dairy snack, which is really going to bring it all together.
This is essentially the real bow wow. This is the MVP, as my mom would like to say. This is Clover Nolac's lactose-free, low-fat dairy snack.
Exactly.
And this is essentially what's going to add that creaminess to the mix. We do also have a mayonnaise for this, but you know what? We're just going to be doubling up on the flavor, making sure that that tartar sauce is nice and thick and creamy. It looks like our oil might also be hot.
Yes, so we've got our oil heating up because we're going to fry our fish and chips to make it nice and crispy.
Okay.
I'm also going to get started on our batter for the fish. We've got some flour, plain flour, some corn flour. Now, I like to add corn flour because it's that flour that makes all your fried goods really nice and crunchy.
Really?
Yes. So corn flour is a good addition, and we've got some baking powder. But the hero of this all is the musk that we're going to add into this.
Yep. I love clove and nolac because essentially they've helped so many of us who do have family members that are lactose intolerant to enjoy dairy again.
Yes, so this is really nice for people that are lactose intolerant. I mean, you're always left out of stuff because you can't eat it.
Yeah.
So, we've got them included, and we want to make sure that our batter's not too runny, but also not too thick.
Beautiful.
How's that tartar sauce coming?
It's coming along really well. I just added our dairy snack by Nolac. I'm going to add some mayonnaise now into the mix.
That's great.
And then we also have some greens here that you want me to chop up. What's in here?
So we've just got some dill over there. The dill it's a nice herb. It's a fragrant herb. It's also sort of an aromatic, so it just also helps to flavor our tartar sauce to make sure everything tastes really, really good.
Delicious. Girlfriend, you're going to have to be putting that fish into this hot oil right now because this recipe is almost at an end. I mean, this is essentially how quick and easy it is to make mzansi. Just show Mzansi the last few steps of making that fish whilst I'm putting this dressing together.
So what we're going to do is that we're just going to dip our fish fillets into this and then into our hot oil and fry that baby up.
Okay, so now our oil is nice and hot. Our fish has just gone in. This seems like something perfect to enjoy on a Friday. I know at home when I think of the festive season, it just reminds me of traditions. And fish and chips on a Friday is our home tradition. Now there's no need to look elsewhere if you're looking for recipe inspiration this festive season. So get your hands on this recipe. Just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. But in case you want to see how this is made again, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
Do you experience symptoms such as bloating, nausea, cramps, and eczema after consuming dairy? You could be lactose intolerant. Be free, lactose-free with the milk, mass, and dairy snack from Nolac.
Made with love by Clover.
It's never too late to get a funeral plan. So coming up, we'll be showing you what you need to know about opening up a policy.
Crossing black wells.
Snap! Black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaka. And the twist challenge.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
funeral plan is something we all need in our lives, and the sooner we take one out, the better. But let's be real, knowing where to start and what to look out for, and going through all the complicated terms in the policy can be overwhelming. So I set up a meeting with the experts and went through everything I needed clarity on, and it helped a lot. How many times have we all said, yes, of course we've read the terms and conditions, but clearly we haven't. While it's important when we take out a funeral plan, or any life insurance plan for that matter, that we fully read the terms and completely understand the fine print. Muligwa and Elaine, thank you so much for spending time with me this afternoon and just help me understand my funeral plan. But while I was going through the terms and conditions, there were some key words that I just need some clarity on. So Muligwa, when I was going through my funeral plan, I noted that there's a maximum age. So what are some of the limitations, and how then does that affect the cost and the price?
I think the best place to start would be with your entry age, which is usually the age of 18, which is guided by law. And then with most policies, you find that the maximum age is between 65 and 84. And I think what's key to note is that when you're already on cover before the maximum entry age, you'll usually stay on for life. With regards to the price, it's normally linked to your age. So as you grow older, the risk actually also increases. So it would always be best to have cover sooner when you are able to qualify within the limits.
Elaine, there's also the term extended family that I keep seeing popping up. Now, if you come from a big family like mine, are cousins included?
Yes, of course, Palesa. You can certainly include your cousin as an extended family member in your policy. I think what's important that you need to note is if you do include your cousin as an extended family member, they must be financially dependent on you, because you will need to prove that at the time of claim. And then there is a distinction between your immediate family members and your extended family members. So your immediate family members are your children and your spouse, and your extended family members are those aunts and uncles and grannies who are financially dependent on you.
Now, to the both of you, in the South African diverse country that we live in, cultures are different, so a spouse looks different. So then how do we differentiate who is counted as a spouse and who is not?
So your spouse is anyone that is married to you under South African law. It can also be a life partner that you live with, right? Most of the time, spouses are covered for similar benefits as the main policy holder. So it'll be good to have that conversation to see how you can cover your spouse as well.
And I think just to add to that, in South Africa, with so many diverse cultures, we do have cultures that permit multiple spouses. So customers should actually do their research to find out which policies will allow them to cover their multiple spouses as well.
Thank you both so much for spending time with me this afternoon. I know it's overwhelming going through that paperwork with all those terms and conditions, but it's important that we understand what we're signing up for. Plus, the Standard Bank insurance brokers are on standby to answer all those questions, so don't be shy and ask. Protect what matters to you with insurance from Standard Bank. SMS LIFE to 31492 for a quote that fits your needs. A man making a true difference in the vulnerable communities that need it the most. This is Craig Lucas with his rendition of I Was Here. Take it away.
Thank you.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. No, there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, and I was here. And I did, I'd done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I died. know that I meant something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here, and I lived, I loved, and I was here. I did, and I done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here, and I lived, and I loved. I was here, and I did, and I done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I lived and I loved and I was here. I did, I done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here, and I lived, and I loved, and I was here. I did, and I done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. Thank you.
Wow, Craig. I'm pretty sure our viewers all over the country right now felt the passion that came through those vocals. South Africa, how are you leaving your mark? How are you leaving your footprint in those vulnerable communities that need it the most? Please do head over to our social media platforms. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Do you experience symptoms such as bloating, nausea, cramps, and eczema after consuming dairy? You could be lactose intolerant. Be free, lactose-free with the milk, Mars, and dairy snack from Nolac.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, Mzansi, one of the most satisfying desserts is a classic cheesecake. We've got a great recipe for you coming up. ever-changing and evolving world, there's a reason that certain classics have stood the test of time. Our lemon cheesecake pops are the perfect example. Using quality-assured baker's biscuits and a tangy, sweet lemon cream cheese filling, you won't be able to get enough of this naughty, nostalgic treat. Whether you whip these up midweek for a midweek snack or plan to spoil your loved ones for the Christmas table, just be certain that you're going to be one to make extra, because listen, these are going to be flying off the table. Now, Chef Roo, as much as I'm stumbling over my words, it's just because, you know, this is something that is a sweet treat that takes us all the way back.
Right. This reminds me of my childhood. We're using the whole biscuit right here. So what we've just done is we've taken our lemon creams, split them in half, taken the filling out and mixed it with milk. And that is what I'm adding to our cream cheese right here.
Oh, nice. I used to just twist, lick it, eat all of that delicious filling and then close it and then just, you know, eat the biscuits as is. I love the fact that we're using that inside. Continue.
Yes. So we're adding that filling to our cream cheese. I've just added some whipped cream. We've got some icing sugar, lemon juice, and some lemon zest. And I'm just going to whip that together, and that will make the cream cheese part of our cheesecake.
Nice. And then cheesecakes are not cheesecakes without that crummy filling, and whether you use it, you know, within layers of your cheesecake pot or whether you just use it as a crust. So for us, when it comes to building this crust, what goes into it?
So building the crust, we've got some of the outside of that lemon cream, and we've mixed that with some coconut, and we're just going to combine it like that.
Okay.
And that is going to form the middle part of the cheesecake. The base, we've got some Nutri-Crust biscuits that we've crushed together.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to start assembling already.
I love that. Really, so we're using here different types of biscuits as the crust or the filling, and then we're just layering it up there with that mixture that you've already whisked up together.
We are just layering all of that together.
This looks really, really good and super simple. I also like the fact that we're not only playing with different biscuits, but we're making sure that not a single crumb of the biscuit is wasted.
Nothing goes to waste. As you can see, I am putting in every little crumb, like you said, into that little cheesecake.
And then when it comes to just decorating it and making it look cute, I also see you've got some meringue.
Yes, so we've got some meringue that we're just going to use to top on top of our cheesecake. The nice thing is you can make all of this in advance. But remember, when you make it in advance, use the meringue last. So just before serving, you top with your meringue and it looks really, really nice and it stays crisp.
Super, super delicious. Look, Chef Roo, you're whipping it up the same way I would. At the end of the day, the entire flavors are going to be in my stomach and I'll be able to enjoy it regardless. So whether you layer it up or you just make it very rustic by throwing it all in the pot, it's beautiful and it is easy to get to go. So, Chef Roo, do you want to maybe just give us some few tips and tricks when putting this together?
So when putting this together, like you said, you can just layer it up or you can do it the rustic way. I think even if you have kids helping you, they will love the rustic way because when you put your spoon in there, you're going to get a taste of all those flavors.
And as we're discussing all of those biscuits, I mean, Baker's Choice Assorted now includes the legendary Romany creams. The modern and appealing packaging make it the perfect festive gift, or rather offering our favorite and trusted Baker's biscuits. Now they are great for entertaining, sharing with friends or family. The intensive variety means that there is something to please everyone. Now today we're using the lemon creams and the Nutri-Crust.
That's what we've done. So we've used the Nutri-Crust because it's sort of a hard and nice foundation to our lemon cheesecake. So we've added that as the base, and then we've added the cheesecake, and then we've got the lemon creams on top.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chef Roo. While South Africa, dinner and dessert is now served.
Baker's Choice Assorted, now with delicious Romany creams. Best baked by Baker's.
Thank you so much for joining us, Chef Roo. Let's get eating.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's been such a fun week having you. But Mzansi, join us again next week for more fun and informative entertainment. But until then, Mzansi, cheers with our cute little pots.
Cheers.
Have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe and happy eating. Goodbye.
Bye.
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.